Certainly there are things worth believing. I believe in the brotherhood of man and the uniqueness of the individual. But if you ask me to prove what I believe, I can't. You know them to be true, but you could spend a whole lifetime without being able to prove them. The mind can proceed only so far upon what it knows and can prove. There comes a point where the mind takes a leap, call it intuition or what you will, and comes out upon a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. All great discoveries have involved such a leap. If I were given 1 hour to save the world, I would spend 50 minutes defining the problem. More careful reflection teaches us, however, that the special theory of relativity does not compel us to deny ether. To deny the ether is ultimately to assume that empty space has no physical qualities whatever. If God created the world, His primary concern was certainly not to make its understanding easy for us. Physical concepts are free creations of the human mind, and are not, however it may seem, uniquely determined by the external world. Only two things are infinite, the universe and memes, and I am not sure about the former. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we use to create them. If the moon, in the act of completing its eternal way around the Earth, were gifted with self-consciousness, it would feel thoroughly convinced that it was traveling its way of its own accord. So would a being, endowed with higher insight and more perfect intelligence, watching man and his doings, smile about man's illusion that he was acting according to his own free will. The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil but because of those who look on and do nothing. The action of the earth on the stone takes place indirectly. The earth produces in its surroundings a gravitational field, which acts on the stone and produces its motion of fall. The intensity and direction of the field at points farther removed are thence determined by the law which governs the properties in space of the gravitational fields themselves. The scientist of today is distressed by the fact that the results of his scientific work have created a threat to mankind since they have fallen into the hands of morally blind exponents of political power. He is conscious of the fact that technological methods, made possible by his work, have led to a concentration of economic and also of political power in the hands of small minorities which have come to dominate completely the lives of the masses of people, who appear more and more amorphous. But even worse, the concentration of economic and political power has not only made the man of science dependent economically, it also threatens his independence from within. The shrewd methods of intellectual and psychic influences which it brings to bear will prevent the development of independent personalities. Humor, motivations, moral, gods, energy, secrecy,